Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday. For some people, it's a mindful Monday. Some people, it's a motivational Monday. But for us, it's the Monday Rundown here on Say That channel. My name is Janelle Villiers. That over there is Winston Broderick. And we are excited.
Because she got it right.
Monday. And I got it right.
There we go.
And we're excited for another Monday where we get to talk about all the things that we don't get to talk about on our Wednesday show when we normally focus on entrepreneurship. And you guys have been bringing us some great questions, which we then also look for other content creators and thought leaders to also share with us their insight on the topic. And so essentially we just learn together. It's an amazing day of learning. So I'm excited to be with you guys. And I'm excited for today's question.
All right, here we go, guys. Today's topic.
Can visualization change your life?
I like that we're getting into these type of questions.
Yeah, this is a good one. You guys have heard us maybe talk about meditation and the visualization that can happen during meditation. I'm going to go to my guy, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Love him. And I'm trying to remember the book that I started reading that kind of really introduced me to his method. And the reason why I love Dr. Joe Dispenza, as someone who has been trained within the medical care system and Western medicine, he uses Western medicine tools to be able to track and identify the changes in the brain that take place when people use meditation, and particularly use visualization techniques within meditation to show the impact that it actually has on our brains, and then ultimately even on our health and our physical well-being, our ability to repair ourselves, and that type of a thing. So this is why I love Dr. Joe Dispenza, is because he doesn't just do the thing, but then he actually has a way to prove scientifically that it's working. And so I know because of his work, I have been able to see the data that shows that people can use within a meditative state, can use visualization to change their physical well-being, and thus to create a reality with which which they are visualizing, or create a reality of what they're visualizing. That makes more sense. And some people may even unknowingly do it. So you may unconsciously be visualizing something that may not be the outcome that you want, but because you're focusing on the outcome you don't want, you end up getting what you want. Whereas when you focus on the outcome that you do want, then there's this likelihood of essentially creating the outcome that you're looking for. That's what his techniques have proven. So I do believe that visualization can change your life. I unfortunately don't practice it as much as I know that it works. And so I'm always like, man, I need to do it more. So I don't have any personal stories to share to add to this.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not true. One story.
No, go.
Quickly, one story. So I was practicing Joe Dispenza's visualization techniques, and I used it on a cruise ship. It was my first cruise ever. Shout out to the Norwegian cruise line. And there was a dance competition, where you got to dance with a crew member. And I visualized that I was going to win this competition. And the visualization included what dress I was going to wear, and what I was going to look like when I won. And so I wore the dress, and I acted as if I was going, it had already happened. Yeah, I'm the winner of this competition. And things were happening, and I shouldn't have gotten as far as I did. I basically came second place, but I know that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't visualized. And I remember this went as far as it did because of that visualization that I had done. And maybe there was even a moment of doubt why it didn't even go to the fullest extent. Anyway, that was one time when I was like, oh, this visualization stuff works.
So I'm going to, and I'm happy you actually did find the story, because I want to piggyback off what you just said and use some different terminology. What you just described, and it's funny, I did talk about this last week about just segment intending, moving on to different portions, different points of your day, thinking about what you want to happen. What you just said is a perfect example of you sat down and however you set yourself up to visualize or to create your intention for that moment. And the term that I would use when you said there was some maybe doubt would be resistant. So if this is the thing that I know personally I'm searching for. You want something that is called non-resistant thoughts. So you want a thought, and I'm going to use from the positive perspective. You want a positive thought that you don't put but or buts in. And the but would be, I want to be rich. And then you would add, but blank, 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 blank is how we tend to think. I want to win this dance competition, but whatever Janelle came up with. Not because because you're like, but I really did want to win it. If you could find just this stream of thought that has no buts in it, it is what we're here for. It's like and again, it could be in any subject, and that's the thing. It can be on any subject, but what you really want is just this positive stream of thoughts. And so when I talk about visualization, I completely agree with you. I think visualization does change your life. And I think it's because we're doing it all the time. Many of us can think of other examples like Janelle of not things that are, she had a competition you want to win. I'm just talking about, I'm about to go into this meeting, how I believe, and you don't maybe articulate it the way I'm saying it, but you think about the meeting. And in thinking about the meeting, you must be honest with yourself and say, I have thoughts about how this meetings tend to go. This meeting happens every Tuesday. They go this way. And you come with a preconceived notion, and it tends to go, like Janelle pointed out, she didn't hit first place, but it kind of went how she thought. It kind of went how she thought. It went clearly better than had she sat there thinking, I'm going to suck at this. Right. It clearly went better than you thought. And that's just it. Because it doesn't completely look how we think always, we brush that off, not realizing that some of what you were thinking, though, maybe even the emotional aspect, you probably felt great coming in second. It probably felt great winning the whole thing in your head. So you were probably closer to what you did end up thinking more of than what you had sat and thought of, which was some person probably heard you say, I can't believe you even got up and did that. And the person that tends to think I could never do that, you tend to not do that. That's just you're. Do you get what I'm saying, right? I know it seems maybe simplistic, but you do get. There's a person who's helping someone out, and the guy goes, yeah, and I always get into traffic. And she goes, how often do you find yourself saying that? And he goes, well, I always say, and then he goes, because I always get into traffic. And she goes, it's the chicken before the egg. You're looking at the egg and thinking it's that when it was the chicken the whole time. You were saying you were going to get into traffic. And this idea that you always get into traffic is ridiculous. There's no one always gets into anything. But you probably tend to get into traffic. And she explains this whole attraction thing. You attract the traffic. You are attracting the other people who think the same way about traffic. You're all bunched up together. And she calls it the disc. So you end up in a space of thinking that other people think. And many of us aspire, we're talking to entrepreneurs and people who we want a happier life. We want more out of life. Many of us, I know myself at times, tells myself it's money because it'll give me these other things. And recognizing that the people who have happier, successful lives think a certain way about the world. I mean, they've talked about the people who've made more money in the pandemic than whatever other percentage. Why would that be the case when we're all given the same access to resources? And I'm not getting into, don't go down the rabbit hole and tell me about who's on the Illuminati. I'm talking about 24 hours in a day. We got breath in our lungs. I'm talking about just general things that we're all given equally. And yet some people are really thriving. And I don't mean that monetarily, but they're really happy with life. And it's because they see things the way Janelle did that day. I'm going to win this competition. And the best part would have been, and I hope she probably did have this way, it's like, and I came in second. Because that's amazing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't about the winning it. It was the fact that you sat there and thought about something and you made that thing happen. That's the part that's cool. So I definitely agree. And I know I went long, but I definitely agree that visualization is changing your life. It is already changing your life. You are doing this to yourself already.
Already.
We're like you are. We are receivers. We're like everything you see. It's not even really there. Like I remember she used an example. You can walk down the block with somebody and notice completely different things as you walk down the same block because of what you choose to. Oh, the reticular activating system. That's what I was gonna say. I remember when we first learned about that. That completely changed my world because it made me aware that if you, it was like, look around the room, do this example in your house, look around the room that you're in right now and look for something red, right? And then the question, did you see any green things? And you're like, well, no, look around now. Do you see anything green? Oh, that could have been green. Was it there the first time you looked? The answer is yes, but you weren't focusing on that, so you missed it. But it was always there, you know? So I completely agree that visualization is changing our life or is literally shaping your life.
Well, I love all the examples that you gave. So it's super helpful. And we're going to hear from our new friends over in the Health and Mental Wellness 101. And let's hear what they have to say.
Let's do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most powerful tools for manifestation, visualization. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract their desires into their lives, while others struggle to manifest even the smallest of things? Well, the secret lies in the power of visualization. Visualization is not just about imagining or daydreaming. It is a powerful technique that works on a subconscious level. Our subconscious mind is like a sponge. It absorbs everything that we think, feel, and see. And when we visualize our desires, we are sending a clear message to our subconscious mind, which then works towards making it a reality. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to buy a new car. You can visualize yourself sitting in that car, feeling the leather seats, smelling the new car smell, and driving it on the open road. This creates a strong image in your mind, and your subconscious mind starts attracting opportunities and circumstances that will lead you to that car. Now, let's take a look at another example. Have you ever noticed how athletes use visualization to improve their performance? They visualize themselves winning the race or scoring the winning goal. And studies have shown that athletes who use visualization techniques perform better than those who don't. This is because when we visualize, we are not just creating an image in our mind, we are also activating our emotions and feelings. And it is these emotions and feelings that hold the key to manifestation. So, how can you use visualization in your daily life to manifest your desires? Well, it's simple. The key is to make it a daily practice. Just like we brush our teeth every day to maintain good oral hygiene, we need to visualize our desires every day to manifest them into our reality. One effective way to do this is by creating a vision journal. Write down your desires, goals, and dreams in this journal. Be as specific as possible and use present tense while writing. For example, I am driving my dream car, or I am living in my dream house. You can also add pictures or drawings to make it more visual. Now, here's the important part. Every day, take a few minutes to sit in a quiet place and visualize yourself living your desires. Feel the emotions, be in that moment, and truly believe that it is already yours. This will send a powerful message to your subconscious mind, and it will start working towards making it a reality. Remember, the more you visualize, the stronger the message you send to your subconscious mind. And the more you believe in your desires, the faster they will manifest into your reality. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I have tried visualization before and it didn't work for me. Well, let me tell you this. Visualization is not a magic pill that will make your dreams come true overnight. It takes time, patience, and consistency. Just like any other skill, it requires practice and dedication. So, make it a part of your daily routine and trust in the process. Believe that your desires are on their way to you and let go of any doubts or negative thoughts. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you found this information helpful. Remember, visualization is a powerful tool, and when used correctly, it can help you manifest your desires into your reality. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on manifestation and personal growth. See you in the next one.
I really appreciated what they went over. I love that they gave a background as to like others who have used it and it's worked. So there's proof that it works, and then how to do it. I forgot about that part, the emotion part. Like it's not just enough to visualize it, but then to like
the
have,
excitement, the energy.
yeah, that like what would it feel like to be in that space? And I remember that's what Dr. Joe Dispenza also like really like focuses in on. Like, don't just see it. What does it feel like? I know Tony
Robbins. Yep.
Thing.
And
Yeah, like,
change your energy state. I mean, he talks about it all the time.
Yeah. And again, Joe Dispenza just proves it with the medical devices that he has that it works. So it's just a matter of that. It's you want to visualize it. And I love actually the journal. Like I'm big on that. Like if you can write it down. And to their point in present tense, I am doing the thing,
experiencing,
right? I am winning this dance competition, right? And then the emotion and what does that feel like? So I'm really glad that they did it in that order. It was really helpful.
No, I agree. The way that she conveyed it, and actually helped me reminded me of a part of the practice, because I have written out, I guess, my goals and things like that. But she's right. There is a daily practice that of taking the time and not just reading it, because I've done that, and it's interesting because I should recognize that the fact that I haven't speaks to how I've been looking at it. It's kind of like I've pushed it aside a little bit, and I'm not as excited as I was when I wrote it down, and I should check myself, because it means it actually helps me. Her bringing that up helps me remember that is something that I did enjoy doing and have to find the joy back in that. Sitting down, looking at what I'd written down, things for us in terms of this business and other things. And I'm just not, I have had these points. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, and I can't wait for us to the t-shirts and and then if you lose that, if you're not taking the time to be mindful about that. So I really enjoyed this video. Great content.
Really glad that we got to answer this question, because I think it did for both of us remind us to get back to this simple practice that both of us really believe in.
For sure.
Well, tell us in the comments if you have been practicing visualization, what has manifested for you. Do you think you're going to now use visualization as a technique in your day-to-day life? How long did it take you to kind of like hone in on the visualization as a practice? We want to hear all of it. But until next week, as always, remember that you deserve the good life. Say that.
Say that. Enjoy your week, you guys. Be well.